travel romance is a popular theme in Korean dramas, and it usually involves a protagonist who travels through time to fall in love with someone from a different era. One of the fascinating things about time travel romance in Korean drama is how it explores the differences and similarities between different time periods, and the challenges that arise when characters from different eras come together. At its core, time travel romance in Korean drama is about the power of love to transcend time and space. These dramas often depict the struggles and sacrifices that characters make in order to be with the ones they love, even if it means defying the laws of time and risking everything they hold dear. They offer a unique and captivating viewing experience that combines romance, fantasy, and history to create something truly special. Marry Him If You Dare takes place in a broadcasting station and follows the love and work lives of its employees. A 32-year-old woman, Naomi Ray, is a call center agent who aspires to become a television writer. She is smart and a go-getter, but she is also a people pleaser. She is the breadwinner for her family. 32 could be a challenging age for a woman. It might be too late to start something, yet too early to give up. One day, her future self travels back in time to advise her younger self to avoid marrying Kim Sheen, which changes the course of her life. This enables her to pursue her dream job and become a successful television writer. Kim Sheen is the network's leading news anchor, who is known for his principled and upright character. Park Se-ju is the CEO's grandson, who has studied film in the United States and pretends to be a cameraman. He dreams of building a media empire. Dr. Jin. Dr. Jin Hyuk comes from a family of doctors and is highly skilled in neurosurgery, boasting a 100% success rate. However, he struggles to empathize with those who don't share his talents. Meanwhile, his girlfriend Yoo Mi-na, who is also in medical profession, is compassionate and eager to help those in need. Despite his medical success, Jin Hyuk's relationship with Mi-na is strained due to his cold demeanor and selfish behavior. When Mi-na is injured in an accident, Jin Hyuk feels guilty about he's treated her. While caught in a fight on a rooftop, he experiences a time distortion and is sent back in time to the Chosun era. There, he is captured by a soldier named Kyun Tak Kim. Tak Kim was engaged to be married with Young Rae, who bears a striking resemblance to Mi-na. After being transported back to the Chosun dynasty in 1860, Jin Hyuk must adapt to the period's limited medical knowledge and resources. Through trial and error, he learns to create his own medical instruments and develop treatments to save lives. Go Back Couple. Chae Bon-do and Ma Jin-ju, a married couple of 38 years old, are facing challenges in their marriage. Bon-do carries the burden of being the sole breadwinner while Jin-ju suffers from low self-esteem as a housewife. Although they once loved each other, they now harbor feelings of hatred and regret marrying at a young age. Bon-do works as a pharmaceutical salesman, spending his days trying to sell his medicines to people, and his evenings either drinking with potential clients or helping an arrogant and cruel hospital director Park Hyun-suk cover up his infidelity to his wealthy wife. Meanwhile, Jin-ju struggles to find purpose in her life as a housewife raising their son and feels lonely. After reaching a breaking point in their relationship, Bon-do and Jin-ju suddenly find themselves transported back to their 20-year-old selves as university students with no knowledge of why or for how long. They decide to embrace the opportunity and make different choices from their past. These decisions not only affect their own lives but also those of their families and friends. Faith. An attacker tries to kill King Gong-min's queen, but General Yoon Chae saves her by traveling through a portal to the 21st century to find a doctor who can help her. He kidnaps plastic surgeon Un-soo during a medical lecture, and despite a security team's efforts to stop him, succeeds in taking her back through the portal to the 14th century Koryo era to heal the queen. Un-soo impresses everyone with her medical skills, including the king's resident Dr. Jong-bin. However, the portal closes and Un-soo is stuck in the past, facing medical challenges and a different way of life. Despite this, she is treated well by the king and queen for her services. Un-soo has to quickly adjust to her surroundings and relies on her intelligence to survive. Along the way, she discovers friendship, love, and rediscovers herself. Meanwhile, Chae-young, who starts out as a quiet, almost sullen, evolves as a character and finds a new purpose in life through his interactions with Eun-soo and the events that follow. Queen In-hyun's man. Kim Bong-do, a nobleman from the Chosun dynasty 300 years ago, travels through time and ends up in present-day Seoul, where he meets Chae Hee-jin, an actress playing Queen In-hyun in the drama New Jong Hee-bin. They fall in love despite their different backgrounds. During the Chosun dynasty in 1694, Kim Bong-do is a scholar and the only survivor of his family's massacre in a conspiracy. He supports the reinstatement of Queen In-hyun, who was deposed by the royal concubine Lady Jong. Meanwhile, in modern-day Seoul in 2012, Chae Hee-jin, an unsuccessful actress, lands her first lead role as Queen In-hyun in a television drama. Through a magical talisman given to him by a female friend, Kim Bong-do time travels to 2012 and crosses paths with Chae Hee-jin, leading to their romantic relationship. He can jump back and forth between the time periods using the talisman, but at some point, the talisman becomes unpredictable and thrusts him back and forth through time even when hidden away. Rooftop Prince. Following the death of his wife, the Crown Prince Ikok travels 300 years into the future, accompanied by his followers, and arrives in modern-day Seoul, South Korea. There, he encounters Ju Se-na, who bears a striking resemblance to his deceased princess. In the past, Ikok is the crown prince, and two sisters, Bu-young and Wa-young, vie for his affections. Eventually, Wa-young marries Ikok, but she is later found dead in a pond, prompting Ikok to investigate her death with the help of a team. In the present, Park Ha's father remarries and she gains an older stepsister named Se-na. One day, Park Ha disappears in a truck and ends up living in America. Later, she settles down in Seoul after finding out about her father's passing. One night, upon returning to her rooftop room, she finds 4 men in traditional Korean clothing sitting inside. One of them, Ikak, later assumes the identity of a CEO's grandson at the company where Se-na works, in order to stay close to her. Familiar wife. Ju Hyuk has been married to Woo Jin for 5 years, and they are parents to 2 young children. Ju Hyuk works in a bank, while Woo Jin is a massage therapist. However, they are struggling financially because they have to pay off their apartment and support both their parents. Ju Hyuk has some negative opinions about his wife and is even afraid of her. On the other hand, Woo Jin is under a lot of pressure from taking care of the children and working at the same time, leading to her difficulty controlling her temper. Neither of them is content with their present circumstances. One day, Ju Hyuk comes across his college sweetheart Hye-won, who confesses to liking him in the past. Later, after helping a man on the subway, Ju Hyuk receives 2 coins that take him back in time. He wakes up to find himself in a different timeline, where he is married to Hye-won. Yoon Jong-hoo, one of Ju Hyuk's closest friends, ends up taking interest in Woo Jin in the alternate timeline, which sets up some complicated situations. Chicago Typewriter is a mix of historical fiction, fantasy, and romance genres. The main characters are Han Se-ju, played by Yoo Ah-in, a successful writer who is suffering from a severe case of writer's block, John Sol, played by Im Soo-jong, a passionate ghostwriter who is a huge fan of Han Se-ju, and Shin Yeol, played by Ko Kyung-pyo, a close friend of Han Se-ju who has a secret crush on John Sol. As the story progresses, the 3 main characters begin to uncover the truth about their past lives during the 1930s Japanese occupation of Korea, including their involvement in the Korean independence movement. The story also includes a supernatural element, as the ghost of a resistance fighter named Liu Soo-hyun, played by Kwak Shi-young, appears to help the main characters in their quest for the truth. Mr. Queen. In the modern days, Jang Bong-hwan serves as a chef at the Blue House, the residence of the president. He is a free-spirited womanizer who finds himself in a troublesome situation after a Chinese delegate discovers a fish hook in their meal cooked by him. One day, he faces a near-death experience and wakes up in the body of Queen Kim So-young during the Chosun period. King Joljong appears to be gentle and laid-back. He acts like a figurehead, but he hides his true strength and secrets. Meanwhile, Queen Sun-won, the wife of the late King Sun-jae, holds the real power in the nation, but she faces competition from her younger brother, Kim Jo-gun, who is highly ambitious. Bong Hwan endeavors to win Queen Sun-won's approval by preparing exquisite dishes for her and attempts to return to his body in modern-day Korea. However, as he spends time as Queen So-young, he uncovers a secret about her while also discovering King Joljong's dark and dubious side, contrary to his benign facade. Moon Lovers, Scarlet Heart Rio. Go Ha-jin is a young woman from the 21st century who is suffering after the breakup with her boyfriend. During the total solar eclipse, she travels back in time to the Koryo era, specifically in the year 941, and inhabits the body of Haesu, living in the house of the 8th Prince Wang Wook, who is married with Haesu's cousin. Initially, she develops an affection for the gentle and warm-hearted 8th Prince Wang Wook. She, then, meets Wang So, a fearsome prince who conceals his face with a mask, and falls for him. Because of his past and his perceived madness, he earned the derogatory nickname Wolf Dog. As the story progresses, Haesu finds herself embroiled in palace politics and the competition among the princes for the throne. Despite knowing that she should avoid involvement in the succession struggles, she inadvertently becomes a pawn as several princes fall for her, leading to complications in the palace intrigue. Moon Lover Scarlet Heart Rio was inspired by the Chinese novel Bu Jing Xin by Tong Hua. Goblin. More than 900 years ago, Kim Shin was an invincible general in war, but the young king was envious and framed him as a traitor and killed him. Kim Shin became a Dokkaebi, possessing eternal life, which he initially thought was a blessing but soon realized was a curse. 900 years later, he saves a dying pregnant woman who gives birth to a baby girl named Ji Un-tak, who can see ghosts whispering of her being the Dokkaebi's bride. One day, while celebrating her birthday by the sea, Kim Shin suddenly appears and continues to do so whenever she turns off the lights. Eventually, Ji Un-tak realizes that she is indeed the goblin's bride and has the power to end his painful immortality. The Grim Reaper ends up living with Kim Shin and his nephew, Yu Dok-hwa. Ji Un-tak starts working at a chicken store, run by a woman named Sunny. As their lives intersect, a deeper story unfolds, revealing that they are not just strangers but have deep-rooted connections. These are some of the time travel K-dramas that I found highly addictive. Do you like time travel K-dramas? Which one is your favorite? Please let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Please give this video a like if you found it entertaining. Subscribe to my channel for more content like this.